Coach, if you starting off with a few comments and then.
Ball game where we let a lot of opportunities slip by, plenty of opportunities to get back in the game or take the lead in the game, and we didn't do a good job of taking advantage of those opportunities. And when you play in a team like Central Florida, a good football team, and you're playing in the game, it can be a program changer for you. You got to make those plays when they come your way, and we didn't do a good job at playing complementary football, helping each other out, offense, defense, special teams, and again, that's on us. We got to find a way to be better in the second half, especially offensively. We didn't do anything in the second half. First half, we did a good job running the football. In the second half, we didn't do anything. And again, that can't happen. And defensively, we got to get off the field on third down. So a lot of work for us to do to get better, and looking forward to our guys working to fix those issues.
Coach, you mentioned the second half struggles, and you guys come out, you guys get 0 yards of total offense in the third quarter. What is the biggest problem in terms of coming out of the locker room and being able to execute in the third quarter?
Well, again, a lot of these games are different. I think 2 games we played, 4 games, 2 games we came out, played well in the third quarter, 2 games we didn't. I think the biggest part was lack of execution. It comes down to it, and you got to execute in order to get in rhythm, to get going. And we didn't execute to get in the rhythm. And then we got to play that strength. Continue to call plays until they stop them. We did a good job running the football there in the first half. In the second half, I think our ball carriers had about 3 carries. And that can't happen, especially when you're having success doing it. So we got to do a better job executing plays, and how we go about executing those plays to be able to get some drive started and get them going and get that guy in the rhythm. We got to help our quarterback out and get him in rhythm when he's not in rhythm, to get going when things aren't going right, and find a way to get him something easy and get going.
What do you think it is maybe, you mentioned, alluded to the second half struggles, especially that third quarter. What do you sort of pinpoint it to? Because I know you mentioned lack of execution, but is it a coaching thing? Is it players not doing the plays, or?
Well, when it comes to execution, you call a play and our guys know it and they got to go execute. You go back the first play of the second half, we didn't do anything on the first play. The second play, we didn't do anything. We got to execute the plays. We got to block. We got to catch. We got to throw the ball to the right guy. It comes down to all 11 men being on the same page and getting it done. We did a fairly good job with it in the first half. And so it's not like we can't do it. We can. We just got to be able to focus and do it for 4 quarters. Play complementary football for 4 quarters. Be able to get some first down and keep the defense off the field for a little bit. We weren't able to do that. They were on the field too long. So getting first down helped them being off the field, but also defensively, third down, get off. You did a great job first and second down. We got to get off the field. We didn't do a good job on third down. I think they were like 12 or 18 on third down. This can't happen. If you want to win and beat a football team, same thing offensively, 5-13. You want to be good, you got to be better there. We got to have the ball more. 22 minutes time possession, not enough. But that's on us. You stay on the field, you get first down, you be able to do those things.
On that opening drive, that looked like a very good systematic drive. And do you feel that after that opening drive that you could have really built on it and that you should have built more momentum because of it? You did a lot of good things on that drive. It's just too bad it didn't carry over throughout this contest.
We should have. We should have built on it. We had opportunities, and we didn't take advantage of those opportunities when they did come. When they fumbled the ball and we got the ball, we got to score on those drives. We get the ball down there on the 4-yard line, we got to score. We get the ball on the 1-yard line. That ball got to go in the end zone. If you want to win games like this, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to get the ball in the end zone. We didn't do that. That's on us.
Yeah, and on another instance where you had the missed field goal, the 19-yard chip shot, you would have been within 6 points, and all of a sudden UCF took it down the field. How deflating was it for you to know that you could have been within single digits at 6, only for them to quickly turn it over? Because sometimes I know I've seen that deflate teams, all of a sudden you get
Well,
down.
I mean,
to
I
that.
think whenever you get momentum like that, when a play like that, it actually wasn't a miss, it was a block kick, you know,
Okay.
so, you get momentum, it takes something out of you when
Right.
those things happen. In a game like that, and when you had the ball on the 1 yard line
Right.
and then you end up getting it blocked, so you don't get 7, and then you don't get 3, that's demoralizing to a lot. And again, that's on us, you know, we gotta get, that's a must score opportunity. You know, we gotta execute that. We gotta catch that ball and block the way we're supposed to. We should be able to get an inch, you know, on the goal line. So that's, again, we faltered that opportunity that came for us. It was a great opportunity right there, you know, twice. And the ball game could have been totally different if we capitalized there.
Coach, you mentioned that 4th down, the kick was blocked. Was there any thought about going for it on 4th down and trying to, you know, get a touchdown there on that 4th down?
We wanted to kick field goal and get point. We had 3 plays that we went backwards, you know, and so we tried to get the points there, and hopefully we could have regrouped and got something going offensively, but we ended up getting it blocked, and it took a lot of time off the clock there and went down and got points off of it.
Over here?
Coach, just have a question. You talked about in the second half how the running backs only had 3 attempts. Even going back to the last game to this game, I've really seen that the offensive line has been extremely stout and one of the high points of the season. Why do you think that is, or they stopped calling the run plays for something that was working so well for you at the beginning of the game?
Well, I think what happened, again, we went 3 and out. I think we called a run play the first play and got tackled for a loss. And we called the 2 pass plays that we didn't do anything with. And we punted the ball, and they had a long drive, you know, had a long drive. First they got the ball in the second half. They had probably about a 5-minute drive there, go down there and score, and then we go 3 and out. And then they get the ball, and our punter did a great job punting, changing the field position, but then they had another long drive for a touchdown. So now the game is getting away, and now you got to score some points and try to throw and get back in the ball game. Probably try to too many deep balls and should have threw probably some more shorter passes to our guys to, like I said, quarterback getting some rhythm and get going. But I think that was a big part of it. They had some long drives. When we went 3 and out, and they had a long drive. They had 2 long drives there in the second and third quarter that really that got us, you know. But we had opportunity. We had quite a bit 3 third downs in those drives. We didn't get off the field.
I know a lot of things didn't go right tonight, but the one thing that ceases to amaze me is I really am impressed with Larry McCammon and Zuberi Mobley. These are good young prospects that gained chunks of yards. You're looking at 2 guys that have like 180 yards, and your rushing totals are like 75, 80% of your rushing production. Describe the contribution of McCammon and Mobley, what kind of prospects that they are.
I mean, those guys are big time players for us. You know,
Yeah.
we watched last week, and then the first half of this game, they showed what they were capable of doing. They can be, they are a big time weapon for us. You know, we got to continue to feed those guys. You know, 'cause they run the ball like you're supposed to run the football. You know, and when you're averaging 8 carries, 80 yards a carry, you know, you got to keep feeding those guys. And those guys did a great job running the football for us in the first half. And say second half, we didn't have the ball enough, and we got behind and had to get away from it.
You know,
Thanks, Coach.
we just saw the first action from opposite Johnny Ford tonight, and then kind of using him in that playmaker type of mode. Can you just kind of talk about the usage tonight from him and maybe what you want to see from him going forward?
Well, he didn't practice much this week, so again, he wasn't a huge part. We didn't really find out that he was going to be available until Friday night. You know, so he didn't have a lot of practice rep throughout the week. And hopefully this week he'll get back to practice and play a bigger role in the offense.
Thank you.